I'm sure we could.
How are you today?
Very good, very busy. This is the final stretch now of what's been an incredibly long campaign. I know it's been very long for the British public, but it's a very, very important election. And I think, the choice is clear. We've just got to decide what kind of future we want for Britain. And I think that the kind of sensible, moderate one nation Toryism that I believe in is right for us right now. We need to have a strong economy to pay for great public services, and that's what I'm all about.
Okay, and definitely we know that that's what you're all about. From Ben Television, Black and ethnic minority Asian communities, that is our speciality, and we want to find out what would you be doing to improve the lives of Black and Asian and minority ethnic people in the area that you're campaigning in this particular area.
There are loads of things that I'll be doing for people in this area. Particularly, we need to have better healthcare, and one of the things that we want to do is improve our hospital here. And I'll be campaigning for the rebuilding of Hillingdon Hospital. For communities of all kinds. One thing in particular I think is important is to recognise the need to have. London's getting safer and safer, but I want to have a police force that really reflects London and the diversity of London. So since I've become mayor, we've increased the number of Black and minority ethnic officers, but there's a lot more progress to be made, and I want to accelerate that. As MP and also as mayor, we'll be doing a lot of work to help some of the small businesses, which very often run by BAME entrepreneurs, and they're a source of real dynamism in the area. So that's the third thing I want to mention. It's supporting business, making sure that out-of-London businesses have the pressure downwards on business rates, downwards on corporation tax, support them to take young people on. And fourth thing I would mention is support for young people from those communities to get jobs and to get apprenticeships.
Of course.
And I'm afraid to say, although London is incredibly successful at generating jobs, it is still true, unfortunately, that if you're a kid from a Black or minority ethnic background, you are more likely to be unemployed than if you're from another background. And that's not fair, and that's not right. And we need to tackle that. And you need to tackle that by creating more jobs and creating more apprenticeships. And I'm very proud of what we've achieved over the last few years. It's huge numbers. But there are still kids who aren't getting the chances they deserve. So those are the things I would mention.
Okay.
And the last one is perhaps the most important of all, because it's only if you get people into work and into good jobs that pay well that you will tackle poverty and inequality in London, and that's what I believe in doing.
So what is your response to people that are a little bit distrustful of the Conservative Party because they sometimes feel that it is for the rich and doesn't necessarily benefit people from lower income families?
An interesting point. I mean, I think that, first of all, I would make that argument. I believe passionately, for instance, in the London living wage, in getting people on low pay properly supported by the big corporations that can afford to pay them more. And there's no reason why they shouldn't. It's a disgrace in our society, frankly, that companies that are paying their chief executives huge multiples of the income, and then all the rest of it, multiples of the income of the lowest paid, are not giving them the living wage. We've since I've been Mayor of London, we have massively expanded the living wage. We've put millions and millions of pounds into the pockets of some of the poorest families in London, but we need to do a lot more. And I would say furthermore that if people are worried about Tory intentions, look at what actually happens in the Tory party right now. It is a fact, and I read it in the Guardian newspaper, my friends. If you cannot believe the Guardian newspaper, what can you believe? There are going to be, after this election, virtually whatever happens, there will be more Black and minority ethnic Tory MPs than there will be Labour MPs, and that's a real turnaround, and that's a fantastic thing. I want a Tory party that reflects London, and why not?
Last but not least, speaking of reflecting London, in regards to immigration.
Yes.
Now that is one of the key points of contention for this election. I know that everyone has been talking a lot about it.
They have.
Exactly.
And the Almighty is sending his
rain.
His rain. It raineth on the just and on the unjust alike.
Well, exactly. So which category do you fall into?
I think we're all sinners.
Okay. Any last words?
Yes. So illegal immigration was a problem. Labour allowed it to get out of control. There was far too many people came in without proper accreditation and proper permission. We need to crack down on that. But we are a diverse, dynamic, fantastic city. We've got to build a strong identity and culture, and we do. And it's got to be based around common values, respect for law, speaking English, everybody participating, everybody having a chance in our society.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you again. Okay.